In episode 3, we explored compatibility, the degree to which an environment supports the behavior it requires. Compatibility reveals the fit. Episode 4 reveals the moment the fit breaks. Because stability doesn't collapse during behavior. It collapses before behavior. At the threshold. Every environment has thresholds. A threshold is the moment where the load shifts, the cues change, the expectations flip, and the person is forced to reorganize themselves faster than the environment reorganizes for them. Thresholds are not transitions. Transitions are what systems manage. Thresholds are what people feel. And thresholds determine stability. There are 5 thresholds that shape behavior. Sensory thresholds. When the sensory field changes faster than the person can regulate. Spatial thresholds. Doorways, corners, entries, exits, the places where the environment hands off responsibility without carrying the load. Procedural thresholds. The moment a task ends and another begins, before the environment has stabilized the shift. Relational thresholds. When a new adult enters or an observing adult leaves and the emotional load spikes. Observational thresholds. The moment a person becomes watched, evaluated, or monitored, and their regulation collapses under the weight of being perceived. These thresholds are invisible to systems and unavoidable for people. Systems think behavior breaks in the moment. It doesn't. Behavior breaks before the moment, at the threshold that wasn't designed to carry the load. A child doesn't escalate in the hallway. They escalate at the doorway. A patient doesn't destabilize in the waiting room. They destabilize at the check-in counter. A staff member doesn't burn out during the task. They burn out at the procedural handoff where the environment stops supporting them. Thresholds are the fracture points of stability. Once you understand thresholds, you stop asking, what happened here? And you start asking, what happened before here? You stop analyzing the behavior and start mapping the threshold. Because the thresholds tell the truth. It reveals where the load is spiked, where the compatibility broke, where the friction appeared, and where the environment failed to hold what it demanded. Thresholds are the diagnostic lens of this discipline. If you want to stabilize behavior, you don't start with the behavior. You start with the threshold. You ask, where does this person hesitate? Where do they brace? Where do they speed up? Where do they freeze? Where do they avoid? Where do they collapse? These are not behavioral moments. These are architectural moments. And once you see them, you can redesign them. Thresholds are the architecture of the moment before behavior. They reveal the truth systems overlook, and the load people are forced to carry without support. In episode 5, we go deeper into friction, the resistance created when the environment demands more than they stabilize. Because thresholds reveal the break, frictions reveal the cost.